October the 3rd, and with it being a Tuesday, you guys know the drill. We're gonna get something accomplished. And now that the weather is finally starting to cool off, we can get in here and whip up some fall themed dinners. And anytime the weather starts getting chilly, I always think about Cowboy Beans. And while it's not like a pot of traditional beans, it's more of a baked bean casserole. It is still so good. So I'm gonna go ahead and start by chopping up a medium-sized onion. And then I'm gonna go ahead and dice up a green bell pepper. Now, this baked bean casserole is not very spicy, so if you wanted it to be more on the spicy side, you might wanna go ahead and chop up a jalapeno while you're at it too. Now that I have everything chopped up, I'm gonna go ahead and move over to my skillet and dump in 1 pound of ground beef. You could definitely do ground sausage, turkey, whatever you prefer, but I'm just gonna season mine up with some salt, some pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, a little bit of chili seasoning, and a little bit of paprika. And after I get that all seasoned up, I'm just gonna dump in my onions and my bell pepper, and I'm gonna go ahead and cook this all until my meat is cooked through and my vegetables are tender. While I'm waiting for everything to brown and soften, I'm gonna move over and take this package of ham, and I'm gonna go ahead and just get this cut down. I like mine to be more of like a shaved ham, so I cut it pretty thin and then I dice it, but you could definitely do whatever you prefer when it comes to the sizing. If ham really isn't your thing, a good thing about this recipe is you could add in leftover barbecue meat if you had it, or leftover brisket, or just anything that you can think of that would go good with barbecue. You cannot go wrong. Even if you had some leftover ham, this would be a good opportunity to chunk it up and throw it in there. Now that I have it all chopped and my meat is drained and everything looks to be cooked through and tender, I'm gonna go ahead and add my ham to this. This really isn't a necessary step. You're not cooking anything, but I like to have it all mixed together. That way when I get to the final step of moving all of my meat to my beans, everything will be all incorporated and ready to go. I'm going to take a 9x13 baking dish, and I'm going to go ahead and add in 2 cans of pork and beans, and I just used regular 15-ounce cans, so I'm going to go ahead and get those dumped in. Then I'm going to add 1 cup of barbecue sauce. You can use whatever you prefer, whatever your favorite is. Then I'm going to add in half of a cup of ketchup. If you wanted it to be more spicy, you could definitely try using the spicy ketchup. And then I'm going to add in 2 tablespoons of just regular yellow mustard. To that, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of the W sauce that none of us seem to know how to pronounce. And the final thing that I'm going to add in is 4 tablespoons of brown sugar. Then I'm just going to take a second and get this all mixed together really good before I add in my meat. And then moving over, like I said, I'm just going to take that meat mixture and get this added to the beans, and then we'll go ahead and get this all mixed together. And the very last thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take one package of bacon bits and go ahead and get that sprinkled over the top. If you wanted to fry up some bacon and crumble it, you could definitely do that too. But then I'm just going to go ahead and get this covered with some foil and get this popped into the oven at 350 degrees for 45 minutes. Then I'm going to take the foil off and let it go for an additional 10 minutes. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and work on my sides. So I'm just following the directions for the cornbread mix on the side of the box and getting this all mixed together so that I can get that popped into the oven. Lastly, I'm going to go ahead and work on my fried potatoes. So I just have some russet potatoes here that I'm going to go ahead and peel, wash, and dice up. And then I'm going to get those added to my skillet and get those fried up while we're waiting for our beans to cook. Friends, this was so fast and so easy, and it tasted so good. I want to say thank you guys so much for taking time out of your day to spend time with me. I had a blast with you guys as always, but until next time, I will see you later, friend. Bye.